I want to tell you people this. You don't remember nothing else. Remember, knowledge is power. And see, as long as I got knowledge, I got power. And let me tell you something. And my schooling don't never end. Do you understand that? You, you have to learn the facts of life. And you learn forever. Just because you come out the schoolhouse, don't mean learning stops. Learning goes on forever if you're teachable. But when you ain't teachable, then knowledge don't go no further than whatever you got in your brain. But when you teachable, knowledge is power. And that's why these people can't handle, because my knowledge, I got too much knowledge in all kinds of things. Things in life, real life. See, knowledge is not power because you know how to use your device really well. And you know how to get on there and do everything on your device. That's not no power. And it's not knowledge neither. Not when a device can tell you everything and you don't have to think for yourself, then you don't have knowledge because you depend on the electronic to give you that knowledge. But if that electronic got taken from you, you wouldn't have no knowledge because you wouldn't know what to do because you don't have your Google. See, I don't need Google for knowledge because I already have a lot of knowledge. And knowledge is power. I know my laws. I know science. I know how NASA works. I know how the world works. I know how the land operates. I know a whole lot. A whole lot of important shit. See, knowledge, it sits in important stuff, not things that don't matter or things that can hinder me in life of collecting knowledge. So again, knowledge is in the books. See, knowledge is an experience. See, the best teacher is a teacher that experience. See, I've been in the hood. I've been in upper class, middle class, and lower class. And I learned a lot too. And I'm gonna tell you one thing. You ain't better than the people in the hood. I'm gonna tell you that now. I've been in the hood. And I've been with them people. And then I've been in the upper class because I was raised in the upper class. See, I was raised royalty. I was raised in upper class. Me and mama getting penthouses every time we go out to get a hotel. Always fancy. We always had a Cadillac, and we always had money. Me and mama walking around with fur coats on and everything. See, and then we went down to middle class, and I seen how they live. And and then the Lord took me out to the hood at 12. And I had my first baby at 15. And been selling and was selling dope at 13 years old because I was running away from child protective services. Why was I running from them? Because they're pedophiles. I got tired of the abuse in child protective services. And I ran away from them at 16 and never went back to them people. And I've been in the streets for a long time. Let me tell you something about the hood. They fed me. I wasn't from the streets. I didn't know nothing about the streets. Never been to the streets. Never been around a crackhead, an alcoholic. Mama had me on lock growing up. All I knew was church and family. I ain't know nothing about that stuff. But I went out there and I learned a whole lot. I learned how to distinguish good from bad. I learned how to defend myself. Them people fed me. They looked out for me. They looked out for each other too. I'm talking about I done been to people's houses where nobody had a place to stay, but the whole house got people laying on the damn floor because somebody done door to everybody. See, they fed. I done been to people's houses. They cooking. They feed you. Hell, I get over here to this side of the tracks. Hell, I can't even ask for $1. They won't even feed you. But they ain't hood. They got it like that. but won't even lift a hand to you. That's what I'm in the ghetto. Not saying I want to be there, but I get tired of the war between the ghetto and so-called uppity people, or I'm not ghetto, them people are this and that and that and this. But I'm gonna tell you one thing though, like that song Too Short say, it's money in the ghetto. If it wasn't money in the ghetto, why the government makes so much money off the ghetto? If it ain't money in the ghetto, shit, them people be having more money in their pocket than you got in your bank account. If it ain't money in the ghetto, well, how come they can sit in the ghetto, hustle, and everybody be coming up? See, I bet you when I've seen people in the ghetto, shit, they get an eviction notice, and they be like, fuck it, I gotta go. And they go figure something out. Hell, you people on this other track side of the track get an eviction, lose your job. Hell, you turn to alcohol and don't know what the hell to do. See, they have this stereotype on people in the ghetto, and they keep it on them because they make them like that. They keep them people like that. Because why? Because it's money in the ghetto. See, we keep them like that in the ghetto. Then kids is dumb. We can get them into child protective services. We can get them in the prisons. We can get them in mental health, and we make money off of that. That's why we run around. That's why they run around and do what they do. Look. I'm gonna say this one time only, to all these little people that want to come on here with weird comments. Let me tell you something. If somebody taught you what they need to teach you, you wouldn't be on here with all your little weird ass comments and saying weird things to me, okay? See, I understand that this generation been so social media out that when reality comes their way, they can't handle it. They don't know how to respond to it. I sound foreign to people now because this little generation of people, and I'm in America, they're so Googled out, so social media out. So I need some likes, and I gotta show my body off to everybody, and I gotta make sure everybody on social media look at me, type shit. But the real test is turn the internet off and take all the social media away. Then let's see how smart you is. You see, I live in the real world. I don't live in digital. I'm not in your matrix, your digital network. I ain't in none of that shit. I don't even get on this stuff. Because I'd rather get my knowledge and use my brain. See, I live in a generation of airheads right now. Without Google, they don't know nothing. So you see, I don't try to thank you for the comments and stuff. But I get tired when I'm in here talking about some real. This is real stuff. And what's real? These people done stole my stuff and got everybody in an uproar behind my stuff. And I'll be less of a person to not fight back for my stuff through this American government and my family and them, knowing that they're hurting people behind stealing my stuff. So if you can't handle the truth and you can't handle reality on my network, go find something else to do that's more entertaining to yourself. Won't you go look at them people that be half naked on your social media? That's what seems to entertain you. Because the real I got to speak is real. This is reality. And ain't nobody else fighting up, standing up for this situation. And ain't nobody else standing up for what's right. Hell, my ancestors fought hard for this nation. My mama fought hard for this nation. My grandpa was in World War I to fight for this nation. My pawpaw, my daddy was in World War II to fight for this nation. My great grandma was a slave to this nation. And my mama was a leader here in this nation. And they unalived my mama, took this stuff, and turned this nation upside down. And that's the reality of it all. So if you don't like truth and honesty, and you don't like how I'm standing up for people and myself, I ain't doing this just for me. I'm doing this for all the unspoken, the weak, the scared, the animals, the children. So if you don't like my reality on my show, then go look at something else. Now you can make your little negative comments all you want. That's fine. It just shows me the ignorance of certain people. Like this guy. What is a woman? Google it. That's what you do. Google it. And I'm not talking about selling crack. I'm telling you that I have been there, done that. I was like a teenager. I'm 45 now. I'm talking about way over 20 years ago. I'm telling you that how would I be smart at 45, since I'm not talking about crack. It was an example. What I'm talking about is I'm 45 years old. And if I didn't go through what I went through so young out there like I did, and able to distinguish what people are talking about, then I wouldn't have the knowledge I had today. If I didn't go out there and go through what I went through, if I didn't go to jail, I wouldn't know how the system was fucked up. If I wasn't out there with them doing what they was doing, selling dope and doing all that, I wouldn't know how them people really live, because them people really have a good heart. They're just in a situation because that's how the system keeps it for them. And they trying to survive. I watch them people do stuff. And what do they do with the money? They be trying to go pay their rent. They be trying to get a hotel to have shelter. They be trying to take care of their kids. They don't be over there doing what the people that ain't from that side of the tracks. See, the people that ain't from that side of the tracks, they like to put them people down and talk about them. That's the point. And so I'm backing them up, because people seem to look at the ghetto or look at them people and they have a wrong perspective about them. And you wouldn't know what they're really about unless you was down there with them. That's the point I'm trying to make. Is I've been down there with these people, and I have been on every side of the tracks. And if I didn't get the knowledge that I had, I wouldn't be so wise and smart at 45 years old. You wouldn't be able to play me out of my stuff. I wouldn't know what gaslighting is. I wouldn't know what narcissistic behavior is. That's the point I'm trying to make. Not that I sell crack. I don't sell crack. I said back in the days, I have been down that road. I have been to jail. I have been to prison. I have been where these people have been. I was raised in upper class. I done been in everybody's tracks. And ain't nobody better than the next person. That's the point I'm trying to make. Not I sold crack. See? You're missing the point. This is what I'm be talking about. I done been down a whole bunch of roads. So at the end of the day, at 45, ain't nobody playing that game on me. Especially when I got street knowledge. When you got street knowledge, people can't just gaslight you. You gonna see that. When you got that street knowledge, when you had that street knowledge, sometimes I ain't gonna lie to you. Sometimes I be thinking some of these comments be the people from that group. Because you see, you gotta understand that this group that stole my stuff and my family and them, see, they lied and told everybody I was incapacitated. They told people I didn't know nothing. They got this whole justice system involved. They got these people doing all this stuff. Why? Because they lied to them. See, they lied and said, I ain't know nothing. I'm stupid. I'm dumb. And I'm not none of that. So, technically, this is for them because the feds of them is watching me. So therefore, anybody with these comments on here, I try to ignore them because it really ain't for you. Some of it's for you, just to give you a little knowledge, because apparently you people don't know what to do with life. Because why? You up here polluting the fucking air on purpose and sitting around eating your poison ass food, and then running your ass to the doctors to get that poison ass medicine. After you done poison the air, poison the land, and all this stuff is all over everything. But see, when you don't know how the land works, and when you don't know where your products come from, the land, everything we use come from the land. And they mix it up and they make these things. So again, when you know that, then you know that doing this to the air and all that stuff is not okay. So when you have knowledge on where your stuff come from, then you would have a problem with all this air game these people got going on, polluting this air like that with this oily stuff, and it's falling on our body, it's falling on our food, it's falling on our medicine, it's on our medical supplies, and ain't nobody speaking up about this damn pollution ass game. No, you people just running around laughing, playing, and eating that shit. And hiding in your house in air conditioners and trying to scrub and buy all kind of stuff versus just stop. So again, oh yeah, and the radiation. Thank you for reminding me that. And hitting us with radiation. Trying to balance out their crime. Trying to balance it out. Why they hitting us radiation? Because the fucking bugs. They got mites inside everybody, and the radiation, they think they can burn that shit out of everybody as if they gave everybody cancer. They think they can hit everybody with radiation, and that's how we gonna get rid of it. See, there's a lot of shit going on. And when you don't sit in social media and your ass is paying attention, then yeah, you know what's going on. And then my family worked for the government. So hell yeah, I'm dealing with a situation with my family and the damn government. Because my family that stole all my inheritance, which has to do with running this nation, my birthright, my trust fund, my prophecy, is the same ones that work in that damn department. Supervisors in the police department, lawyers in the damn justice department, family working for border patrol. My whole damn family worked for the damn government. And they thought they could slide me out of my blessing. But through it all, these people done got together and hurt a whole nation of fucking people behind this stuff. So I will be less of a person to speak up about it. Now, all you other people don't even know what's going on. Again, a family feud. You all up in my family business. And everybody that ain't my family, you've been misled. You've been manipulated. Now, worry about that. Worry about the truth. While you all sitting in the background watching me on your electronic, worry about the truth. Because see, everybody want to watch me so much, but are you learning anything? What are you learning? See, that's the whole key to life. Knowledge. Knowledge is power. That's why I'm so powerful. That's why can't nobody trick me, play games on me. And the spirit I carry, you damn sure I got too much discernment. So I don't have time for ignorancy. I have bigger things to worry about. And one of them is speaking about what these people are doing. Hell, ain't nobody else being big enough to do it. All of you people are conforming. You conforming to this crime. You conforming to this terrorist move in America. I ain't conforming to it. And I'm gonna stand up and fight because I come from a fighting family. So if you don't understand that, you don't have to be on my page. Because this is my way of confronting the government and the feds and them because they watching. They watching my page. And since they want to do a crime on me and hide their asses behind their damn badges, well, I know another place to get their ass right up on here. So again, I'm in a battle. And I'm in a spiritual battle. I'm not in a psychological battle because they ain't got my mind. So I ain't got to fight against that. They ain't going to get that one. But I am in a spiritual battle and a physical battle. By myself, too. I got security. But at the end of the day, if you ain't part of the solution, then you're part of the problem. And maybe that's why you all are slaves to these people. And maybe that's why you all conforming to this crime. See, you ain't standing up. So I'm not gonna be like you. I don't want to be a robot. I don't want to be controlled by terrorists. That's you. I refuse to be controlled. I'm a free nigga. In case y'all don't know, I'm black. African is in my blood. Just because I ain't dark, all of them ain't dark. See, that's where you people get it mixed up at. All black people and Africans are not dark. So yeah, I'm standing up for my people. I'm standing up for my people because I'm sitting here in America watching these people put my black people in poverty. I'm watching these people put my black people in slavery. I'm watching these people put my black people in prisons, taking their children, all that. Then they stole mine. So hell yeah, I'm gonna stand up and fight. And I'm gonna stand up and fight because that's what God told me to do. When God says speak, I'm gonna speak. And I ain't about to let no devil or no demon or no evil person try to stop me from what I got to say. Now I done been all over this internet studying you people on where your mind is at. And I'm telling you right now, just from the looks, because I don't get on here, but I've been studying what y'all be doing. And from the looks of it, it ain't too bright. So now it adds up to me in the community why they not too bright. Because you social media'd out. The 80s kids, I'm an 80s kid. I'm born in 1980. We the last generation of reality. Because anything after us is a digital robot. And see, this is where people as my age, you should be ashamed of yourself. You should be ashamed of yourself. You let them people put you in a digital prison like that. See, I'm not going into no digital prison. That's a digital prison y'all in. When you can't function in the real world without your telephone or without being on the social media or nothing like that, then you in a prison. Because life does not consist around no electronic. Your telephone can't cut your grass. Your electronic can't cook your food. Your electronic can't wash your ass. Your electronic can't wash your clothes. Your electronic can't go to work for you. Your electronic can't do all that. There's a real world out here. Your electronic can't drive your motherfucker to anything. Your electronic can't get you to the doctors. Can't do surgery on you. Your telephone can't run the factories, or the ports. People need to wake up. Because from what I'm looking at is I live in a generation of really ill people, mentally ill too. They done took y'all's mental health. They done took y'all mental. They got you guys psychologically in a prison. You guys are in a psychological prison right now. And they use the device to do it. And then feed you lies to believe it. And then you got the nerve to say something to me. Don't get mad at me because I live in reality. And I'm speaking up about this. Because this is ridiculous. And it's against the law. It is very against the law. I don't know where America think they're going with this, but this is very against the law. You up here doing what they doing. They doing a lot of stuff here in America, and y'all know it too. And I'm on to them. And why I wouldn't even be on them like this. But they stole my property, my everything. They stole my bank accounts. They done got me on lockdown and killed my mama and stole my stuff. And you think I'm not about to talk out and speak about what America's justice system did to my mama and what they stole from me? And what they stole from me is causing a serious situation here in America. Hell yeah, my stuff is that big. So I'll be less of a person to know that all these people is getting hurt behind a group of people with my family, hurting people to steal something like this from me. I'll be less of a person. So if you can't respect me for standing up for what's right, then go find something else to do. You don't have to look at me on here. You don't have to click on here. But it's not going to stop me from speaking out and standing up for what's right against this American government or anybody else that thinks that they're going to hurt me, attack me, attack my children or my grandchildren. No, I'm going to stand up and fight for them. And I'm going to fight for myself. And I'm going to fight for anybody else that's scared of these people, because I'm not scared of them. I have too much protection. I got people high places on my side. So America does not bother me, nor does their crooked ass, terrorist ass system of citizens who was entrusted with a job. That's it. I don't care who they are in the justice system. I don't care who they are in the system. You ain't nobody but somebody who's a regular citizen who went to school, got a degree, applied for the government job you went to, got hired, and you was entrusted to do a job. I don't care if you're a lawyer, a DA, an FBI, a teacher, a doctor, mental health, NASA, scientist, anybody. You're still a citizen with a degree entrusted to do a job for the citizens. You work for the citizens. But no, you're going to steal my stuff, overturn the government, and attack these citizens like this, and then act like that ain't what's happening, and that I'm supposed to be scared to talk about it because I don't want nobody to think something wrong with me. I'm not a people pleaser. I am not a people pleaser. If it's right, it's right. If it's wrong, it's wrong. If it's illegal, it's just illegal. If it ain't, it ain't. If you is what you just is what you is. And ain't nan government or anybody. I don't care if you come on social media, in my public eye, or in the government. You ain't about to sit up here and commit no crime like this on me. I don't give a damn how much your government think you is. I had people walk on me in high places. So your government ain't got nothing on that. And your government ain't gonna do shit to me about it neither. You okay, you took me to jail, you stole the kids, you keep taking me to jail. I don't give a fuck about that. Because it's all being recorded. And so you going to jail. The same place you people want to put everybody else and put me in jail is going to be the same people going to jail. This justice system is going to jail. And the military going to be in question. Because for a nation to get this out of control and the military ain't stepped in, there's questions on the military too. Because this nation out of control. And see, they got these people on, they done took their free speech. They got these people shutting up. Don't say nothing about me. Don't say nothing. No, you shouldn't have spreaded it like that. You should have told everybody. Because you could have stole this stuff without telling everybody. You didn't have to tell everybody. So you put yourself in that situation. Now you want to bully these people to tell them to shut up. And now you, but see, that's what happens when you want to entertain something evil. It backfired on you too. See, nobody want to hear the truth right now. You know why? Because the truth hurts. And the truth says, I wasted my life. I shouldn't have did this. I should have asked questions. So again, knowledge is power. And I have enough knowledge to back up what I said. I have enough knowledge in law, how the system is ran and supposed to be ran. I have knowledge on my family situation. I know where I'm supposed to be going. I ain't made it there. I know a whole damn lot. And this group of people, if they did a crime against me and never talked to me. See, they want to watch me in the background, exploit me, thinking that when I found that you guys had me on this internet like this, that I was going to kill myself. Hell no. Hell no, I ain't killing myself. I'm going to leave you in the Lord's and the Spirit's hands, and I'm going to let them deal with you. And I'm going to leave you in my team's hands too. And I'm going to let them deal with you too. Because I ain't in this alone. Oh, no, no, no. I got a lot of people on my team that's from around the whole damn world. Remember, God got a lot of help. So don't play with me. I'm not a citizen. You might want to make me think that you was playing with my reality, but you can't play with my reality on something I already know. See, just because you watched me behind my back and I didn't talk about it and I didn't bring it up didn't mean I didn't know. See, when I already knew people was watching me other than my watchers, well, now why would I give myself away to the enemy and when they're sneaking and watching me? Hell no, I'm gonna stay silent and let them waste their time. See, remember, I'm in a spiritual war. Remember, I'm being jumped by the demons and the humans. Remember that. See, and they cowards. All these people on one little on me. The thing about it is, I'm not in this alone. I'm so not in this alone. I don't even need America to give me justice because I'm going to get justice through the real justice system, not your local department. Your local department is the bottom people of the Justice Department. Do you understand me? They're the little sucker fish that run around and clean up the bottom of your fucking fish tank. That's who they is. Oh no, there's some big law officials, and they are on my side. See, so I'm not worried about that. But I'm gonna stand up and still speak what I got to say about it. So at the end of the day, if don't nobody like it, I don't care. You probably a guilty person anyways. You probably wicked and stuff. Even if you ain't doing nothing to me, you probably doing something wicked to somebody else. That's why you got a problem with me, because your game is over. You know, the world that you know of is ending. Your criminal pedophile ass world you guys been living in is about to end because it's a crime. And when you're in a prophecy. See, until you can realize that what this really is, while you run around talking about, oh, this is a spiritual war. Yes, it is a spiritual war, but do you know what kind of spiritual war you in, though? See, because if you don't have an understanding of what kind of spiritual war you in, then you don't know what kind of war you in. And the spiritual war I see you people is in is I gotta burn fires and I gotta do coke meetings and I gotta burn candles and I gotta chant and I gotta do a blood sacrifice and I gotta puff you out and I gotta trick you and I gotta play games with you. And I'm just looking at this like uh, it's deeper than that. It's way deeper than that. And not to mention, it's so much deeper than that. You ain't even on the right page in the spiritual war. So, miss me with it. Again, get your game up. And this is why they failing. Because I've already won the battle. I've already won the battle. I'm just a hostage to their bullshit because they think if we keep going, we'll eventually win. And you've already lost. Hell, you lost when you started because you was being recorded in the physical when you first made your damn deal to the justice system to help you. And so you've been recorded from the time of that. You ain't getting out of that. Not to mention, you helped us out with evidence against this nation and this justice system and my family. Because you put it on the internet. You put your whole damn crime on the internet for everybody to see what you was doing to me. And then you put all your payments through the internet and all your transitions through the internet, everything you did pertaining to this crime I'm talking about, you put it on the internet. Well, we see that too. So you lost. And at the end of the day, I'm not even tripping. And to all you little disrespectful ass people, let me tell you something. You ain't the first one to disrespect me, and you ain't gonna be the last. Everybody don't like righteousness. People don't like to do the right thing. People don't like to be kind. You see what I'm saying? It's always gonna be good and evil in this world. Shit ain't no until the end of time. And let me tell you people something. This is not a racist war. Now that's what America don't want you to believe because they think they can throw people off. But no, this is a prophecy between good and evil. So all that racist stuff, you can get that out your head. But since they want to play their racist game, let them play the racist game. They gonna wish they didn't play the racist game because there's a whole lot of laws against this. Do you understand me? And I hate to be mean, but let me tell you something. These racist ass people here, they the descendants of the Christopher Columbus and them people. So when you really look at them, well, they want to call people immigrants. Okay, but you came from the water. So ever since you came from the water and came to America, you ain't left. And ain't nobody kicked you off. You just been here reproducing. And now your little offsprings is running around here talking about we own America. No, you do not. Never had. Never will. But what you can do is go back to the water where you came from so it could be peace on America before you came off that water, though. That's what you can do because that's where you come from. You come from the water because you was kicked off of every other country because that's what they used to do back in the days. When you was a pedophile, a liar, a thief, or something bad, they kick you off and now you living on the water. Well, now you see why they came through America the way they came through and did what they did, the Pilgrims. The Pilgrims killed the Indians. So you see what I'm saying? And ever since these people came to America and stole the land, it's been hell on America. And it really has. You ain't never been legally here. Your ancestors was not legally here. You just happened to be born here. But technically you come from the water. So again, white people need to stop being prejudiced here in America because your history says you come from the water. You call yourself Europeans? Well, why you don't go back there then? Why you don't go back there if that's what you is? You see what I'm saying? Because their ancestors were kicked out. You see? Nobody lived on the water back then but the bad people. Okay? So, with that being said, you need to leave people alone here in America. And you need to leave the black people alone too. You shouldn't have stolen them from over here. If that was the case, you should have stole the land and worked for yourself, and then it would have been a whole white nation for yourself. But instead, you want to steal every race and bring them to America. Now we was born here. Now we're living here. So you see what I'm trying to say? Technically, everybody a damn immigrant here. So people need to really get their mind right. America belongs to everybody that lives here, whoever want to. This is the only biracial nation in the whole world. So you see, people need to cut that out. This land don't even belong to none of y'all. You just a visitor. So get that right too. Unless you got ownership over this nation, you don't own it. You live here and you supposed to treat it like your house, just like your car. You renting an apartment, you did hey, you take care of your apartment like it's yours. Same like America. You renting America. Because you will be here and you will be gone. And the next generation will be here. And so on and so on. So at the end of the day, people need to really think wisely. Life, like, and in the way you got us spinning around and day and night, day and night, day and night. Yeah, that's from you heating up and fucking up the universe. So yeah, we're spinning really fast for that. But you're going day and night, right? Oh, okay. So you moving along real fast in your life. See, you speeded your life up with that. That's why we all looking like this. That's the gravity. That's that gravity pulling our faces down and pulling everything down. And so you want to tell me I know what I'm talking about. These people, that's why we feel so heavy. The gravity is pushing us on the ground because we're spinning too hard because the earth is trying to clean itself out, but it can't because you keep the air heating it up. See? So yeah, that's bad. And that's why I'm speaking out about it. That shit got our blood not coming to our brain properly. It's dehydrating our brain and everything. That's part of the reason why we losing our senses and stuff because everything ain't registering up here. This thing that they got going on is pulling our body down, is pressing our organs down, and our kidneys, our livers on the bottom, and we need those filters. And that shit is pressing down, so our body's not functioning right. And then people want to get on and say something smart. This is serious, what I'm talking about. But again, knowledge is power. And you must ain't got that much knowledge to to even be mean to me when I'm talking about some real shit that needs to be addressed. And at the end of the day, by me putting my life out here like this to address these things that won't nobody speak about but turn a blind eye and conform to the terrorism, well, hell, I'm saving your life too. So, I mean, you ain't saving your own life. Hell, you conforming and stuck in the social media, ain't doing nothing about it, eating this shit and living in it, and ain't thinking nothing. That's why everybody dying too. And that's why you dying too. Because you turning a blind eye to that. I refuse to turn a blind eye to something like this. So I'm going to speak up out about it. Because again, my mommy and them came from Martin Luther King time. My mommy born in 1925. My papa born in 1923. I come from a fighting generation. I come from fighters. I come from equal right fighters. You don't know who's connected to me and my family. I come from some high people. And I come from fighters. And I come from the Lord. I come from the children of God. So just know that I'm always going to fight for the Lord. And I'm always going to fight for what's right. And I ain't got time for foolishness. And I ain't got time talking about no foolishness on here. No, this is important. And so I'm going to use the platform that everybody goes on to bring out something that's important. And hoping that people wake up like they said. Everybody sleep. Well, wake the hell up. Because it's about to be too late. And then you're going to wish you shoulda, coulda, woulda. And it's going to be too late. Because at the end of the day, America is in a lot of trouble. And if they don't get it together, they're going to be in more trouble. And they can turn their eyes and they can try to sweep it under the rug if they want to. But it ain't going to take away the fact that they're in that much trouble. It ain't going to take away the fact what they did to me. It ain't going to take a fact that they got my stuff in their possession either. Because the stuff they got in their possession is going to cause them some real trouble. And then when they took it, they did what they did to these people on this nation too. Oh, America's in a lot of trouble. And that's facts. So you see what I'm saying? And they the Babylon in the Bible, and we in prophecy. Man, America got a lot coming down on them for this. See, so you guys can play the games if you want to. I don't care. That's why I'm not the one in trouble. I'm not in judgment either. You're in judgment. So remember, and we're gonna keep it even more realer, because I am the damn judge. So keep on playing. Who God bless, no man can curse. And God has blessed me and gave me kingdom authority. And I was built for it, raised for it, and trained for this. And ain't nobody gonna tell me, hey, something wrong with you. That's words of the devil. That's people that want to stay stuck in a false reality. Now you keep on staying in your false reality, but your little heart knows the truth. And all you people know the truth about me, regardless if you want to admit it or act on it. But you know the truth. You know what you're doing to me. You know what's going on. You know what time it is. I ain't got to keep repeating it. But I am going to confront you because the law says you have the right to confront your abusers. And since you people want to abuse me through social media and you want to abuse me through your government and you want to look at me from behind the scenes and you want to observe me, well, check this out. I'm going to confront my abusers because you don't scare me. So at the end of the day, people need to wake up. You're dying. Everybody dying. Slowly but surely, you're dying. And you rather die than to get back what you stole. All right. It ain't me. So I really don't care. You get what I'm saying? Like the Lord said in the Bible. If you ain't did nothing, it won't touch you. So if you ain't did nothing, it won't touch you, right? All right then. Y'all have a wonderful day. You get the message. You know I know. And you look stupid too. Especially doing it knowing that I know.